Alright, guys, I cannot stand this anymore. We have a whole heaping mess of bullshit coming down when it goes to Ilhan Omar, Representative Ilhan Omar. She's a Justice Democrat. She is obviously, I wouldn't really know because I don't really follow her that well, but she's some sort of Muslim, whatever that is, in that religious culture. So she's Muslim. Anyways.
And she just got on the wrong side of Jewish supporters.
She got on the right side of the policy issue, but on the wrong side of American establishment.
So, before we start this whole thing, I just want to point out what I think. From my point of view, I didn't know anything about this. I just read a little bit up on it in the past 2 minutes. But from what I understand is that basically she said some comments that a lot of people agree on, but didn't have the, I guess, courage to say.
Well, those who aren't activists.
Right, and so she said it, and obviously the rest of everyone is jumping up on her ass about these comments. Well, but there are definitely
figures.
Yeah, there are still definitely a lot of people who support her in meaning they feel her and they think like her, but obviously, our government and the U.S. relationship with Israel is real tight in terms of financial
aid, military
aid, and we both know that stuff isn't going away anytime soon.
Unless we do the Democratic takeover that Kyle Kalinske and Cenk Uygur and a bunch of other progressive left-wing people started, that we thank them every day for. Let me start with saying, this whole thing is completely, I don't like to play identity politics. We're all policy, which I respect the fuck out of Ilhan Omar for. I mean, again, she's a Justice Democrat. No corporate PAC money, grassroots funded, person of policy like Bernie Sanders. But it really just screams out Islamophobia. Especially when you see the picture that I'll show you right now. But they put this picture up on the House floor, and it really had the Twin Towers getting hit by the plane. Above it, quoting, saying, you never forget, you said. Down below, you see Ilhan Omar, and I don't remember what it said down there, but it's like, you have forgotten. What the fuck are you?
I didn't even know about that. Are you serious?
Yes. Yes.
Dude, that's savage. And not in a good way. That's like
the real form of savagery.
Yeah, the real form of savagery.
The way they called Indians Native Americans back in the day is these are just a bunch of
Dude,
savages.
That's
savage. Actually being a savage. Really, you're just gonna hold on, you're in politics?
That's going a bit, I say a bit, that's going too far.
That's gone too far. We're out of the ballpark. So
and they call her
linking her to terrorism.
Who's
9/11.
Crying racist here?
I know.
What?
Because I got into a Twitter thing with people, and it's like, well, if people only cared about racism as much as they cared about getting called racist, and it's like, if only they could just see the racism.
I watched the video, and I feel like some people probably did too. I think it was Morgan Freeman when they asked him about racism. They asked him about racism, and he said, racism is going to go away when people stop referring to people as a white man or a black man, when they're just going to call them by their name.
Exactly.
And when they're just going to ignore the skin color, that's when racism is going to go away. But nowadays, you don't get that. Nowadays, it's always, something happens in the news, they always list white man. Something happen, always list black man. Why?
And we kind of and that's what I meant by that, is that, if white people got it, well, now you're still playing that game, as Morgan Freeman, as you quoted that way. And we covered that with the Stephon Clark situation, that it's, yes, black man down, again, brother with you, but again, reform, police, I'm with Bernie Sanders, okay? This is about policy. We got issues. Systemic issues. You want reparations? Well, the first place to start, policy. That's my thought.
That's how it's supposed to be.
But I digress from all of that and come back to Ilhan Omar, because I'm going to read a couple of these tweets here that she said as soon as I pull them up, because I am a lazy person. So I'll try and put a picture up if I can, but I don't want it to be too blurry, so if I can't, sorry guys. But let me read here. We must be willing to combat hate of all kinds while also calling out oppression of all kinds. I will do my best to live up to that. I hope my colleagues will join me in doing the same. Another one, being opposed to Netanyahu and the occupation is not the same as being anti-Semitic. I am grateful to many Jewish allies who have spoken out and said the same. These are not anti-Semitic tweets. These are just two of, I believe, a couple more she made. But none of these said, Jewish people run the world. They are the oppressors. They are coming down on us.
There's a difference between oppressing and crap-talking a race or like a nationality and crap-talking the government of that country.
Thank you. I was going to get to that point. Thank you. It's about the fact that she's talking about the facts of a government doing oppression to people in another government.
Because it's like, look, a lot of people nowadays don't like the Soviet Union. They never liked it. They don't like it, right?
It's not like not liking it.
Yeah. It's not like they hate Russians. They just don't like the Soviet government that existed that time. You know, same thing here.
Some hate you people, you motherfucker.
Well, that's true. Some people do actually hate Russians
but the overall good point is that you know, you don't hate Russians. You just hate the ideology of that Soviet Union stuff. And we don't hate the ideology of Israel having their own independence. Oh, gosh, no. I mean, we just wanted to go back to the agreement of the 1967 borders and have Israel stop doing apartheid and oppression to people that have no fucking defense. Like, are you kidding me? It's not about, oh, these Jewish people are oppressed and these people are trying to do harm to these Jewish people. No, it's not World War II. Nobody's really doing that to Jewish people anymore. Yes, we still have terror attacks on Jewish people every now and then. That's not going to go away because we're going to have issues with religion. Not sorry. We'll fix that as soon as we can, but that's going to take probably 100,000 years. Anyways,
Amen.
I just can't. It's really, no one gives a shit about the policy except for anyone who understands Ilhan Omar, and it really is boiling down to Islamophobia or just hiding behind that. Whether or not you believe it, you're still playing that game.
I don't think it's really Islamophobia. I think it's just the fact that people want to protect those U.S.-Israel relationships for financial reasons.
Well, that's what the establishment wants. I agree.
Right.
But a lot of people, when you look
and people just get behind that because that's the way that they're used to.
Some people in this area really are, like, the establishment will hide behind the people who are Islamophobic, of course. But my point is, there were people in Congress who, you know, said shit.
Well, yeah, the fact that
the guy who showed that picture.
The fact that they showed that photo, okay, that's definitely Islamophobia right there.
And we don't use that word all the time. Like, we don't do identity politics, but you make it really fucking hard when you put a ridiculous photo propaganda on the House of Representatives floor. Are you fucking with me? Anyways, Ilhan Omar deserves, like, deep respect. She's standing up for BDS. She's standing up for the Palestinians who are being oppressed by the Israeli government. And by fucking God, someone really should just put these people in their fucking place. Hey guys, subscribe down below, you know, press that little bell, get the little notifications when we post something, because we're not always perfect at getting it on time, and follow us at Twitter, Major Talk 4.
Leave a lot of juicy comments.
Leave a lot of juicy comments, and if you want to support the show, like $2 a month, $1 a month, $3 if you want to go fucking crazy, you follow us at Patreon, and that's Major Talk again, letter U 4, and just give us a shout out, guys.